Hey, what's up? So just under a week ago, the Season 5 of Battlefield 2042 released. It's called New Dawn. With it, gave us 3 new guns and some grenades and a new gadget and a couple other things, a new map that's kind of weird. Not that bad. So we got 3 new guns. We got the XCE Bar, which is like a sniper rifle that I don't like at all. We got the G36, which I don't remember. I don't know. You'll see it. And then we got the BF2042, also known as the fucking Deagle. And well, it's pretty cool. So, of course, me being me, I played and unlocked all of it and tried a lot of it out and tried them all out. And here's this video, and I'm going to talk about them. And we're going to talk about the data and all that good stuff, so yeah. Alright, so starting off with the new grenades, since they're the easiest to cover. We got 3 new grenades, and I guess a gadget I can throw it in. It's not new, it's just the RPG from Portal. I think it's the Bad Company 2 one. I don't know, whatever. Honestly, I didn't unlock this, because, I mean, it's the same thing from Portal, it's just a Portal gadget. Moving on to the grenades, we've got 3 new grenades. We've got mini grenades, or mini frags, I don't entirely remember what they're called. These have a little bit of a cool use case. Spin grenades, which leave a lot to be desired and are wildly disappointing, and anti-tank grenades, which are actually kind of neat and they're pretty damn useful if I gotta be honest. Going back to the mini grenades, the best use case that I found for these is, it's definitely for those of you who really enjoyed like Metro or Lockers and like 64-player servers and just sitting on an ammo pack and spamming grenades. Because when you spawn, you get 3 of them. When you refill from an ammo bag, you get 2. They don't really have a great blast radius, but damn are they spammable. So if you really like throwing grenades, or like you're playing Reclaimed and you're in the bunker and you're just chucking away, these are your best friend, because while they are spammable, the best use case for them are, again, it's just to spam or try to get someone to move away, because they're going to see like the little grenade indicator. They're not going to know really how close it is unless they're paying attention. And so that's what I found the best use case for it is just throwing it at people and trying to get them to move away so that you can create an opening and, you know, run it or do whatever it is that you want to do. Moving on to the next one, spring grenades. Either I'm very stupid or I just have, like, there's just no way that this grenade is very useful. I don't know who this is intended for, but I'm gonna digress for a moment here. Spring grenades have this cool gimmick where when you throw them, they kind of bounce up and they quote-unquote bounce to head level. Great for hitting around cover, which I find myself questioning. If you have a grenade that hits around cover, why wouldn't you just throw the grenade over the cover? It's a thrown item, and it seems like you're throwing a landmine. It's like kind of throwing anti-tank mines and then shooting them on the floor. That's like kind of that's where it fills my, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, here's footage. Moving on past whatever segment of the video that was, we have anti-tank grenades. These are actually pretty good. They blow up whenever you throw them at a vehicle. They do about 17 damage to main battle tanks. I think it's around 33 or 35 to jeeps, and then everything in between that. I believe they ignore weak spots and strong spots, so you just kind of chuck them. They've got a far, like, throw distance. Their infantry damage is kind of whack, so you probably don't want to throw them as soldiers. But these are a pretty good addition. These kind of wreck. You only get 1 of them, and you only refill 1 of them, but, I mean, more vehicle damage is better. Alright, that's enough about the grenades. Let's talk about the 3 new guns. That is the sniper, the assault rifle, and the pistol, or XCE Bar, the U-36, whatever the hell it's called, the G36, and then the BF2042, which is the Desert Eagle. Fair warnings, my friend, I am a little biased towards sniper rifles, but I approach this one with the most non-biasedness that I can. I know that there's a word for that, and I'm deliberately not using it because it's funny. The XCE Bar feels to me like it's more of a sniper designed around closer ranges and kind of shooting one shot and moving around, versus something like the SWS or the DXR, which are definitely a little bit more consistent at longer ranges. They seem to have a slower bullet though. The XCE Bar seems to have a damn near hit scan bullet. If you don't know what hit scan is, it means when you click, the bullet hits. I noticed that the bullet starts to fall off from gravity around 75 meters, and around 60 is when you want to start leading. However, you know, your mileage may vary. I just find myself wondering, why would I use this with a weaker body shot damage and generally just a heavier bullet after a certain amount of range over something like the SWS, which fires at the exact same fire rate. Worth noting that I suck at sniping in Battlefield 2042, and I don't enjoy it, so I just don't do it. So please take this portion with a grain of salt, if fucking that. Alright, so being done with the sniper rifle, I'm going to talk about the other guns that I personally like a little bit more, which is the BF46, and we're going to get into that right now. Alright, so this is the BF46, also known as the G36. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about. There's two real main bullet points that I dislike is the iron sights suck balls, and the fact that it's high power means that your default magazine, this is the default magazine this gun comes with, is 20 rounds, and that leaves a little bit to be desired. However, I mean, it's a pretty good gun. It follows the same damage chart and headshot multiplier as the RM68. However, it is not an RM68. This gun's, it's got similar stability. It fires about 60 rounds faster, 60 RPM faster. So that's something to consider. I mean, it's not an underwhelming gun. It's fun to use. It's not overpowered by any stretch. I don't really do this whole build crafting, you need to use this gun or you will die in your sleep. I don't. But if you want to know what I recommend on it, and I play mouse and keyboard, I'm not on the sticks, so controller players, I'll mention that in a second. I go Fusion Hollow, and then I either go High Power Extended, and then Standard Issue, and then High Power, depending on what I want. Again, more mags in here means more total ammo. If you're going on kill streaks, you're going to want more ammo, right? Especially if you're playing Assaulter or something you don't have ammo bag. As far as grip goes, I like to use the Blue Laser, the STNR laser sight. I saw a video from this other content creator who talked about all the grips and what they did in all the lasers and kind of went in depth. I don't remember the exact channel, but I could probably link it in the description or the comments section. If you don't like this, then you could probably go with a LWG grip or even this stubby. It's entirely up to you. I prefer to use the laser because it's blue and it looks cool. As far as barrels go, I have two real options that I pick. I like to go wrapped suppressor on almost everything I use. This is where I kind of mentioned for the controller players. I know a couple of people who say they like, what is it, TAC comp and then champion or something like that. I'm not 100%, but it's one of the compensators that people like. So definitely something to consider. It may be the TAC comp. Because that recoil control doesn't matter as quite as much since you get, what is it, about a quarter or 15% less recoil. Again, I'm not going to spark into this controller versus mouse and keyboard. I don't give a shit about that, but this is what I tend to run. I haven't tier 1 the gun yet. I'm 40 kills off of it. So take that in mind. This is what I run. Try out. If we are also curious on what the damage numbers actually look like, does 60 damage as on headshot and 28 damage to the body shot. This obviously means that it's going to be a 2 bullet kill to the head, or 3 if you hit a head in 1 body, and 4 in 4 body shots. Moving on to our final item of this video, that is the BMP50, also known as the Desert Fucking Eagle. This gun, it's good, but it leaves a little bit to be desired, and I'll cover that in a moment. Respectfully, the Desert Eagle doesn't really have a ton of unlocks. However, this isn't a problem because the gun's still pretty damn good. So there's no barrels you can unlock. You can get 2 different magazines, high power and close combat, and you can get 2 underbarrels, which is a flashlight and a laser sight. The laser is red, sorry. As far as the scopes go, you can get your regular Fusion Hollow, the triangular hollow thing. This has a custom Fusion Hollow where it's a big blue dot, and a couple scopes, so a 2x and a 4x, I think. As far as our damage chart kind of looks like, the 75 damage to a body shot, and it's a 1-hit kill to the head. I think that's closer to 105 damage or 104. Obviously, I can't see damage numbers on a kill, but I can make a guesstimation. Your 1-hit kill range extends about to 19.5 meters. Obviously, this is extremely hard to test and verify with accurate data, but I can tell at 20 meters on the dot, the 1-hit kill turns into a 96 damage hit. This means that your body shot and headshot ratios kind of fall off quite a bit at range, where, you can see at 23 meters, it's 60 damage, any bit, and it plummets, And this is where it feels like I want a little bit more out of it. I wish that, maybe not the one-hit kill, but I wish the damage fall-off was a little less aggressive, but I understand why it is. Because the M44 has to exist in the same space as the Desert Eagle. If one is better than the other, why would you use the other one? The plus side on this is that you can spam the hell out of it if you suck, so that kind of works out. I'm one of those people who suck. As you can see, it's still got a pretty generous one-hit kill range, so it's not like you're missing out and, you know, it's just like a useless gun. It's still cool, it still has a lot of novelty value, while also still maintaining its presence as like a useful sidearm that you can whip out and kind of dunk on kids with. Well, hey, that does it for this video. Thankfully, this wasn't another 34-minute video. And, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. I covered the grenades, I covered the weapons. Hopefully that was of some use. Sorry that the XCE bar is the way it is, and I'm super stoked about the Deagle. The G36 was also a huge surprise. And I actually have a lot of fun using it. I think it looks cool in this game. It feels nice to use. You know, it's kind of like ARM68 without being the ARM68. And, I mean, I just have fun with it. I hope you guys have fun with it, and I hope you enjoy the video. See you later.